Coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitor sideline, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. He's got his defense firing on all cylinders right now. They're coming off a shutout victory their last time out. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Let's go. Go, 70.
Run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Right in. 6 coconut. Ready, go. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Hey, smash Bronco.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag, that'll push him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Wow, that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
49-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 79 Bronco. Go, Reed. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And complete to Drake London. The numbers for London last week, he was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
A give left side to Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Street.
And that's going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
Sets up fourth down.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. To throw here. Into the hands of London. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down. First and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Let's go now.
At the 24-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Check smash, check smash. Go, Rig, go. 19 tight, 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Mustang 19. Check go.
He'll look to throw. Trying for Brown. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Last drive, he threw the interception, and that led to a field goal to tie this ball game. So all level here now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man London right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside. inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hurt.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, check that. Street. Hey, smash Bronco.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9.
18, Pioneer. Check. Warriors, half the 60. 18, Rattler. Dragon, 60. 60, Maverick. 19, type. 19, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. Take go.
They'll look to throw. Pitch and catch to Moreau to tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Street, 60 Eagle.
They'll drop the throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
18 Cardinal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 8-yard line.
Ready? 70 Lion. Cup 19. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Go, Rig. Go. Get after him.
Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the 1st. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. Check.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check 70 Timberwolf. 60 Bobcat. Check smash.
Back to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
19 Lion. Check go.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Go! 60 Bison, 6, Hurt! Right there, Hurt! Let's go!
Hand off now to Robinson. And they get him down the line before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And the Falcons, first down.
Go!
First and 10 at the 41-yard
Thanks,
line.
big lion! Steady!
On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Come on, set! Hey!
Again, it's Robinson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Head the street! Chap 60! Chap 60! Hut!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
To shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal, is now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Go, Chap. Go, Chap. 69 Brick. 69 Warrior. 70. Check out.
They'll look to throw here.
Over the middle, caught by London. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
A gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6.
4th down.
And that's going to make it 4th down.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
The RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18. Cougar 19. 18. Rattler 18. No. 19 Lion.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. First the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. Down to about the 37.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
This is 2nd and 8.
Ready. 18. Come. Hey, smash Rocco.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 31.
He's brought down
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
3rd and 1.
Rocco switch. Go, Rig. Go. Go.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
70 Rangers.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Foster Moreau, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by a field goal, 44 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10.
60. Let's go now. Let's go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. 18. Bind it. Hurt. 60 Mavericks. Ready.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete. Ivan Pace on the coverage.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's second and 10.
70 Lions. Hey, check that. Street. Panther 11. 79 Bronco. Go.
Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Trap 60. Cup 19. 18, run. Hurt. 19 Lions. Hut.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
70 Rangers. 60 Bison. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Vikings, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5.